Welcome to Zukul.com. In this module we're going to walk you through possibly the cheapest source of traffic that you can find on the internet. However, although this is an excellent resource to tap into, we would always urge you to use a large amount of caution with this resource. Although there are many similar platforms, the one that we're going to use in this exercise is called Fiverr, and you'll be able to access it from the link at the bottom of this video. In this module we're going to show you how to use this platform correctly using our own filter and selection process. So here we are at Fiverr. You probably will be familiar with Fiverr and have already registered with Fiverr. If you're unfamiliar with Fiverr, there are a number of sites that are like this. Effectively it's just a platform where there are people who will sell services, products, that type of thing for $5, and they're called a gig on the Fiverr platform. They may be called something else on different other platforms, but a simple Google search, if you type in sites similar to Fiverr, then you'll get a whole raft of similar sites to Fiverr. So if you are already registered, then obviously you would click here to sign in. If not, then obviously you would click the join button. Very simple to join. It really isn't that tricky, so I'm not going to walk you through that. I'm just going to literally log in now. Okay, so now we've logged in. As you can see, there are various gigs that are on the front page. Now all we're going to do is we're going to come to this search bar here, and we're going to type in a couple of keywords or search terms. So for this exercise we're going to type in traffic, and as you can see, as we type in traffic, you've got targeted traffic, SEO traffic, get traffic, web traffic, USA traffic, and so on and so on. What we're going to do for this scenario is we're going to click on the targeted traffic. So as you can see, it's ranked here by relevance, and you can change it by average customer review or newest arrival. We're going to leave it at relevance. Now all I would say is, well, first of all, I would use a large dollop of caution whenever you're looking for something like this with a company called with Fiverr. So the way that I approach anything like this on Fiverr is that I effectively do a little bit of a filter, and I then contact the individual person. So on this instance here, I literally mouse over, and as you mouse over it reveals how many gigs they've done. So for example, here we've got organic guide has done 257 gigs, and their gig, they're offering to do drive keyword targeted traffic to any niche. That's a reasonable amount of gigs to have completed. So what I'll do is I'll right click and I'll open that in a new tab, then move on to the next one. And you see this person here has only got 2 gigs, so I'm going to leave that. 162, that's a reasonable amount, so we'll identify that one. 200, we'll do that one. 8 we'll leave. 83 will leave. 7 leave. 3 will leave. 7,000, that looks promising, so we'll open that one up. No, 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 no. 280, perhaps we'll look at that. So you get the idea that literally I'm just filtering over and identifying. There's another one there with 4,000. Okay, so we'll use that as an example. So as you can see now, I've opened up all of these gigs in a new tab. Now the next thing I do is I create a little email, and this is it here. So as you can see, very straight, nothing too tricky. Hello, my name is X. I'm looking for real, genuinely targeted visitors for the following website landing page, and that would be the link to my landing page, my capture page, whatever it is I wanted to send them to. I need the visitors to be from English speaking countries. Is this something that you can do? Thanking you in advance. So really simple, straight to the point. That's what I'm looking for. So all I would do is I would just then copy that, come over to each gig, and if you scroll down to the right hand side, you see here it says contact me. Click on that button and it opens up a little box, and you can now paste in that message. Clearly I would need to change the names and obviously put in the correct landing page and everything like that, so obviously I wouldn't do that. on this instance. And all I would do is I would then simply repeat that for each one of these gigs in turn. Now what does that do, and why do I go through all that trouble? At the end of the day, I'm only risking $5. That's true, but the thing is, if I went through this whole page, I would probably identify maybe 20 gigs that might be potentials, and that is just under the targeted traffic. I could repeat the same process looking for perhaps solo ads, yeah, or solo ad blast, or it might be that I wanted to look at Twitter traffic and go down that route, or I might want to go through Pinterest, that type of thing. So whatever the search term that you want to use, you want to repeat this same process, because what will happen is out of every 10 messages that you send out, probably only 7 people will bother to get back to you, and of those 7 it may be 2 or 3 that will give you the sorts of information that would give you confidence to then proceed and work with them. And yes, at the end of the day, you're only going to risk $5 in testing out their traffic, but you really want to make sure that you're going to be with any traffic, you're going to want to make sure that you're able to independently corroborate the information that they're giving you. All of these gigs, I would imagine, without doubt, without looking at them in any great detail, will say that they will give you proof and tracking links. There you go. So here, so provide, you can't see that, so private tracking link as proof, but basically you want to be able to have a situation where you'll be able to track the traffic through an independent source. So for example, here you've got trackable in Google Analytics, which is recommended. So that's a type of comment or statement or feature, if you like, that would give me more confidence to perhaps take a test run of this chap and try his gig. So that's how I would use Fiverr for traffic. And then clearly, once you have identified the person that you want to work with, you can set them as a favorite. So you can click up here and click them and add them to your favorites. So you don't necessarily have to go back through this whole process each time that you want to look for traffic on Fiverr. You'll be able to go to your favorites tab and be able to identify that group of people that you've already selected.